Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lucky Penny here with another pick a card reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to do a reading on what is blocking you and how to break free. This is hopefully going to be very practical, giving you action steps and things that you can do to move forward. That's something that I ask my guides a lot. I'm really big on that. And today as well, something I'm going to do is usually I'll do each individual pile as a separate video, but today I'm going to go ahead and do them all in one video and see how that works. You let me know which one you prefer. So without much ado, we'll go ahead and get started. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So go ahead and just center yourself in your heart, take a few deep breaths, pick your pile, but as always, pick the one that was your first choice, the one that first jumped out at you. Don't second guess yourself. Just go with that gut instinct. So I'm going to go ahead and let you do that now. Okay, you guys, if you picked pile number 1, this reading is for you. So this crystal is called Apache tear. And it's actually a type of obsidian, and so it's really good for healing grief, for going through dark night of the soul. It's very protective, very healing. So it's really good if you're going through some kind of trauma or if you just need to heal from grief of some kind. So that's right there. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so what I'm getting for you guys right off the bat is you just feel like your world has been turned upside down by something. You're kind of floundering, and like you can't tell which way is up. Like maybe for some of you, I kind of feel like maybe you got some really disturbing news of some kind, like maybe someone cheated on you or something was a lie that you thought was true. Just something that you thought was true turned out not to be. Okay, so what you're not realizing about this is that this is actually for your benefit. And I know it may really not seem like it right now, but what this is doing is it's showing you the truth, and it's also taking people and things and situations out of your life that are not serving you. It's actually cutting away those things that are dragging you down. I get the image of, and this can be this is kind of gross, but you know, gangrene, like flesh, like a wound that's gotten infected, and the flesh is now dead. You cut away the infected, the dead infection or the dead flesh, and that way it can actually heal. And so I'm really, for you guys, this was cutting out the infection. Okay, so this was actually keeping you from doing something very big with your life. Like maybe it was a relationship where the person was telling you to stay small. For whatever reason, they were invested in you staying small. They were invested in you being less than them. And so when they are out of your life, when you cut them out, or when circumstances take them out of your life forcibly, now this is opening you up to be the powerful creator that you are, and step forward to fill your shoes. I see the image of you stepping into big shoes and filling them. And so you're now able to walk your talk and step forward and do those things that you know you can do. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. You guys, you're way more powerful than you think you are. You have been letting other people tell you otherwise, and you've been believing them. And believe me, I know this. I've done this, and it's a long journey sometimes to recognizing. Let me rephrase. It doesn't have to be. For me, it was a long journey. It doesn't have to be. It can actually be very easy to just step aside and say, hey, you know what? That wasn't true. That was false. Now I know. Now I see how powerful I am, and now you can move forward. Okay, and I'm getting a lot of movement here. So we're talking about what's blocking you and how to break free. For you, it's movement. It's getting to work. It's getting to work and really, really going for whatever it is. Follow your passion. You guys, this is just one thing after another is telling me you guys have a big purpose here. There's a lot here that you can be doing, and you know what it is. Even if you've suppressed it, even if you don't think you do, you know. And this is your opportunity to dig deep and remember, and to bring that back out of your memory, and to remember, to bring it back together, what you know you're here to do. Okay? It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. How perfect is that? So this is how to leave. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. This is perfect. This is whoever this person was, it's time for you to let them go. And you may feel actually very relieved, and you may feel guilty about feeling relieved that they're gone. But the truth is you guys are both better apart, because you can move on and they can learn and grow where they're happier, or where it's better for them. They're getting their lessons. Their life is their own. Their journey is their own, and it's now up to you to choose what works for you, because you have a greater purpose that you were choosing out of because of this relationship, or maybe not entirely because of it, but it gave you the excuse not to do what you knew you needed to do. Eternal love. Okay. Just because this relationship failed does not mean that it failed, if that makes any kind of sense. And it may not be a romantic relationship. I'm getting a couple things with this. Love is love. It doesn't matter how long the relationship lasts. It doesn't matter what kind of love it is. It's still real. And we have a tendency to think that because there was a falling out or something ended, then that means that the love wasn't real, but that's not true. Trust that you are loved, and that you were loved in this relationship, whether it was romantic or friendship or otherwise. Don't disregard the love that you gave, because you are a very loving person. You may not recognize it all the time, and you may have been told otherwise by this person or by other people in your life. You may have been told, oh, you're not good enough, you're not loving enough. But trust that you are, because you are a very loving person. Yeah, believe and trust. Another thing with this is trust that the universe has your back. Trust that by letting go of this, you're making room for something even better in your life. And that can feel very scary. It can feel like you're in free fall. But the truth is you are safe. And the more you can surrender to God and to the universe and to Goddess and Spirit, whatever name you put to it, and I'll interchange them. It's all the same energy. The more you can trust that, the easier your life will be. I get for some of you, this might be, okay, so what I'm getting, call on Spirit to heal you. And you may be thinking, well, that's like a cheat. Like, that doesn't make sense. How can they heal me? I have to go to a healer, or I have to do it myself. No. Ask your guides and angels. Say, hey, guys, this is what's going on for me right now. Just verbalize it. They already know everything, but it's useful to verbalize it. Say, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm calling you guys in to heal this, and this. And feel that, allow that. Because they're ready and willing to heal you at any time. That's not an issue. It's your ability to receive. So this is telling you, call on your angels. After you watch this video, just sit down, just spend 2 seconds and just say, hey, Archangel Raphael, or my guides, or God, or whatever, heal me. Upgrade my energy. Protect me. Heal this relationship. Do whatever. Call them in. You'll notice a difference, I promise you. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm still getting this energy of feeling afraid of loss. Like maybe there were resources tied up in this loss, in this relationship, and maybe you're afraid that by giving up that relationship, you'll give up the income. That's not true. By holding on to that, you're turning your back on a lot of other income sources that could be there. It's actually actively keeping you away from what you know is best for you, and from what Spirit knows is best for you. Yeah, because as you move forward and as you breathe that out and let go, you are going to get 10 times more income and more abundance than you would have otherwise. Yeah. In order for something new to come, something old has to die. The relationship has to die. This cycle, this phase of your life has to die. Death is actually a really beautiful card. It's the exhale. Life is inhale, exhale. There's always a flow. And this is telling you, you've been holding your breath in for too long. It's time to exhale. It's time to let go, so then you can now bring in something better, something new. Yeah, you've been torturing yourself mentally. It's time for you to stop. And I mean that in the most loving, nicest, kindest way possible. You have been just going over and over and trying to do everything on your own, trying to make sure this is all working, trying to control every little aspect. But the truth is you're already protected. It's already being worked out behind the scenes. There's really nothing for you to worry about. You guys, you have so much ahead of you that's really, really powerful. And you have like passion, fertility, productivity. Like you've got so much going for you. All you have to do is shift your focus from this thing that's moving out of your life onto what you can do, onto what you can bring, onto your contribution. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all going to be okay. Like, it's all going to balance out. It's all going to be right. And there's also going to be like, you may notice a moment where it's like almost like the hand of God comes down and like fixes things for you. You're going to be kind of like amazed out at it, but there's going to be a moment, and just be aware of it, when you're going to be like, wow, that was not me. That was spirit that did that. And it's all for your benefit. Okay, so if you've watched my videos before, you know I like to end with healing cards. And I've used these before. These are the Zibu healing deck. I'll link them in the description box below. So these two cards represent the types of healing energy that you deserve right now, that you're calling forth in your life. And so what I want you to do is just take a moment. When I flip them over, you can pause the video. Just take in the energy. Breathe it in. You can even trace the symbols on the screen if you want to. But this is energy just for you to heal you. That's perfect. That's really funny. I transfer healing energies to myself and others from Spirit's pure white light. Okay, so that's awesome. So this is allowing you guys to heal from any kind of loss or grief that you guys are going through. There are no accidents, that this is the crystal that you were drawn to. And then this one, harmony. I call to me the beautiful balance of being immersed in a harmonious environment, because this is what you deserve. You deserve harmony and peace in a beautiful environment and beautiful, harmonious relationships. Okay. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. As always, I'd love to hear in the comments what this meant to you. I love hearing your stories. And also comment if you have a particular reading you want me to do. And yeah, thank you guys again. I love you. I hope you got something out of it. And tune in next time for more of this. Okay, everybody, if you picked pile number 2, then this reading is for you. This crystal is malachite, and malachite is really, really beautiful. It's a copper-based stone. It's always, in ancient times, it was associated with beauty and the goddess and Isis, and just this really beautiful, this beautiful, feminine, powerful energy. It's very adventurous. It's an incredible healer as well. Very, very good at physical and other types of healing. So if you picked that probably has significance for you right now. We'll see how that plays out. Okay. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. Okay, first thing that comes to me is you guys are avoiding something. You guys are just pretending everything's fine, everything's okay, and you are just stuffing something down deep that you're not wanting to pay attention to. Yes, okay, and it's coming out. Okay, so whatever it is, it's going to be coming out, or it is now coming out. And so the more you try to hang on to this okayness, this this rightness, the harder it's going to be for this, and the more uncomfortable it's going to be. Okay, because it's going to come out. Ingenuity. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation. So there's a solution that you're not seeing because you're so focused on keeping a lid on it. I also get that you're just gonna get to roll with the punches for a little bit, and that's okay. There's gonna be some shifting and some changing, but I feel like what's keeping you stuck is that you're not willing to be flexible sometimes. Or you're afraid to really jump in and do your best. Surrender, yes, okay, that's exactly it. So this is the feeling I was getting. It's time for you to let go of control of a situation because there's a solution that's really trying to get through to you. Like it's literally right there. There's a solution right on your doorstep, and it's you holding on and avoiding is actually keeping that from manifesting. So your challenge right now, your solution is to surrender and allow that resolution to come in, because it's there. Yeah, you are provided for in all ways. So trust. I also kind of get the feeling that you are kind of willfully blind. Like it's part of this avoidance thing that you're purposefully not seeing something. You're purposefully not wanting to see something. And so what's interesting is if you surrender and allow yourself to stop resisting, that's not a surrender of, oh, I give up, I'm done, but that's not that feeling. A surrender is, you know what, I know I'm taken care of, so I let go. It's that exhale. So this is, that's what that is. Make a commitment. Okay, so this is coming back to this. You could even, like there's this really beautiful prayer here. So you could even do this, and I get this would really assist you. Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Oh, allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. And I get that last sentence has a lot of significance here. Open your heart to every experience. Know that there's always something there for you. You are guarded and protected. There's a little bit of stubbornness to you that you're just so locked down. So this is huge for you guys. Loosen up a bit. Pay attention to your dreams. What have you forgotten that you've wanted? What dream have you stuffed down? Maybe that's what's been coming out. What have you lost sight of? What have you lost hope for? You guys, you have stuffed yourself so far into a box that you're just kind of turned around. It's time for you to make a change. Do something different than you've done before. If you do it the way you've always done it, you'll get what you've always gotten. And if you like being stuck, then you stay stuck. That's okay. It's your choice. But if you want something different, if you know there's something more for you, there's more to life, let go. Surrender. Sense of humor. And one of the biggest and best ways to let go and have more faith in life is just to laugh at it. Laugh at yourself, laugh with yourself. Laugh at the situation and say, you know what, this is actually pretty funny. Because you at the end of the day, you're taken care of. Like you really, really are. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this actually came in like this. So this is you're not letting your emotions flow. I feel like I'm getting the same, like they're hitting the same message over and over again. Like this is a very clear and simple reading sometimes. Like, because sometimes it gets more complex, but this one is, you guys have been holding back on something. You need to let go. You need to be more spontaneous. You need to let your emotions flow, and that will lead you to everything that you've been wanting and that you've forgotten that you wanted. Like you've even gotten so turned around you don't even know what you want anymore. So yeah, so it's time for you to let go of control a little bit. Like you feel like you need to be the one to know everything. You feel like you need to be the one in control all the time, who's in charge. But you've forgotten your creativity. Okay, so you're actually isolating yourself through the way that you've been doing things. And you may have noticed that you don't have a lot of friends, or the friends that you do have are kind of cold or impersonal. You don't have a very close friendship. This is, you're not being yourself. You're holding so much control over yourself that you're not being authentic. And if you're not authentic, who are they going to be friends with? Because if you're not being yourself, who will be? I get that you're afraid of conflict, and that maybe that's why you're hiding yourself so much, that you're afraid that if you step out as who you are, that you'll create chaos and drama and fights and all this negativity. Trust. Take a moment, breathe. Trust. That's the big thing. Temperance, yeah. Call on your angels. Call on spirit. Even if you don't fully believe, or even if you're a little doubtful, just try it out. Just surrender for a moment and just say, you know what, just for today, I will surrender. Or just for this hour, I will surrender. Just do it in little manageable chunks, whatever works for you. But the spirit is being so clear, like they're really wanting to hit you over the head with this almost. Like, let go of control. Call on your angels. Be spontaneous. Surrender control. Trust yourself and the people around you. Trust spirit. Make a conscious choice. And I after this reading, what I want you to do is just say, okay, pick a short period of time, 5 minutes, an hour, a day, whatever it is for you, and just say, for this period of time, I now surrender to you, God, universe, source, spirit, angels, spaghetti monster, whatever your highest source is. Surrender. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and if you've seen my videos before, you know I like to end with a healing card. I've used these before. They're the Zibu angelic healing symbols. So these symbols emanate healing energies. So these two cards represent the healing that spirit is wanting to give you right now. And another thing, spirit is anxious to give you gifts and blessings. So the only reason you feel like you're not getting those blessings is because you're not allowing you are refusing them. And so they're there for you. They are 100% right there for you. And I know right now you're saying, I don't know how. That's okay. You don't have to know how. Let go of controlling that. Allow spirit to show you how. Okay? So ask spirit, show me how to receive. Show me how to do this. Help me. Okay? That's part of letting go of control, is allowing people to assist you. That was a little bit of a tangent back, but back to these cards. These two cards represent the healing energy that you're calling forth. And if you want to pause the video, you can, just to receive that energy. Synthesis. I blend the old with the new to create something even more beautiful. So you don't have to give up who you are. You don't have to give up. You can just bring in and blend yourself with the new. It's baby steps. So don't worry about doing it all at once. You can do step by step. Tandem connection. I connect easily with both the seen and unseen worlds. So open yourself up. Allow yourself to connect, to make that connection, and just to be open for a bit. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you got something out of it. Go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to hear what this meant to you, how this resonated, and how it applies to you. So, because this was a really interesting reading, so I'm curious to know. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hi guys, if you picked pile number 3, then this reading is for you. So if you were drawn to this crystal, this is amethyst. Amethyst is this beautiful, very, very powerful healing stone. It's cleansing, it's calming, it's cooling. It brings things, energy down, and makes it very smooth and calm. So if you chose this, it's also a third eye stone, so it's very, very spiritual stone, very good at clairvoyance and spiritual sight. So if you chose this stone, that probably has some kind of meaning for you. Okay, so let's see what is blocking you and how to break free. Okay, so you guys are actually doing really well right now. You're flying high, you're on a roll, and so you're doing really well. However, so you guys may feel like you're starting something new, and you're kind of struggling a little bit because you are starting from scratch. You're having to build it from the ground up. You're kind of starting over. whether it's in your life or somewhere else, but you're free of obligation right now in some ways, and in other ways, like you are maybe wanting to step into really building something that will last a long time. You always have a choice. So yeah, so this is interesting. I feel like for you guys, you have more freedom than you think you do. You may feel like you are burdened with obligation, with all these little things, but when you look at it, they're actually very, very small. You always are at choice. You have a lot of power here. And you actually, because you are the major obligations, like you may not have a house payment or even a job or kids or anything that's really pulling you down, anything that's really tying you to one place. So you could get up and move wherever you wanted. You could go to a different country. You could start an entire business. You are in a place where you have a lot of possibilities, but I kind of feel like you already know what you want to do. And so this is telling you, do it. Go for it. Really, really go for it. The only thing that's holding you back right now is your fear of failure, your fear of repeating the past. I feel like you guys had maybe some big failures, and I say that in quotes, failures in the past that you guys are still holding on to, where you are afraid that you're going to do the same thing. You're not the same person, and there were actually very good reasons why that happened in the past. That wasn't right or wrong. It happened, and it's time for you to take a look at that and recognize that you did the best that you know how. In every way. So you guys need to clarify how you see yourself and recognize how powerful you are, because you're not acknowledging how much you've done. You're holding this one or several events as who you are, but it's not at all. It's not even close to who you are. Those are things that happen to you. Or even if you look at it from a higher spiritual perspective, they're things that happened for you, for your growth and for your learning. And so now your challenge is to look at yourself with clear eyes and see yourself for who you really are, which is a magnificent, really beautiful, kind, innocent being of light. That's really, you're on the right track. You've got so much support and so much encouragement from the other side. They're rallying, they're cheering for you. Like they're literally your cheerleaders. Like I get that feeling from them. That's literally what I just said. You're on the right path. You guys, don't worry. Really, you're literally being led by the hand. So just trust. It's like the blindfold walk. If you've ever done a trust process like that, you are blindfolded and you have a buddy take you by the hand and lead you. It can be scary, but if you just trust, then you can enjoy the experience. You can feel the senses, hear what you're hearing. It's a bonding experience. It's really beautiful. Positive thoughts create positive results. So I'm actually going to read you this prayer real quick. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. Okay, so this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Be open to love. Be open to how beautiful you are. Be open to your spirits and to your spirit guides and your angels, because they're pouring this love out on you. And all you have to do is just open up and receive. You don't need to do anything in order to be worthy. You don't need to earn it. There's nothing for you to do. Just receive. They want to give this to you. They want you to see yourself for how magnificent you really are. And you're doing so well right now. You really, really are. You guys you're on such a good path. Yeah, favorable outcome. So this is like, you guys are you're riding so smooth. So don't worry. I love this. Spirit is really just, they're so proud of you. And they're right there for you. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Yeah. Positive thoughts create positive results. So don't spend too much time. And one of my, shout out to the tarot priest. She's amazing. And just in a video I watched the other day, she said, worrying is literally a waste of time. And for you, it totally is. And that's absolutely what this is about, because even worry actually makes it harder for you to get where you want to go. So when you are clear and just trust and focus on what you want, that allows it to come so much easier and so much quicker. Okay, so this one actually wanted to come out this way, so I'm going to do that. So this situation is not as bad as you think. All the little worries that are coming up are not true, so don't pay attention to them. Yeah, so the moon, this is a really interesting card, because oftentimes what this means is your path is being illuminated for you, but only one step at a time. So just this very next step is being shown to you, and you're like, well, okay, but I don't know where this is going to go. But just trust, because as soon as you take that step, the next step will be revealed, and it'll lead you exactly where you need to go. So don't worry. Yeah, the Two of Staffs. So I kind of get the feeling that you guys are looking kind of in the wrong direction almost. You're ignoring what's right in front of you. So you're like looking way, way off in the distance and like, how do I get there? That's so far away. But the path is being shown to you. This next step is being shown to you. So you don't need all the answers right now. You're going to be shown the way. Yeah. Page of Swords. So this is kind of saying, let go of your mental workings. Your brain is trying to figure it all out. It's trying to get all the answers. It's trying to know everything right now, when that's not what this is about. It's about just taking action, just taking that first step, trusting. Yeah, because as you do that, is as you step into that openness and that receptiveness and that flow, that's when things really start happening for you. Okay, so to sum it up, you guys are on a wonderful path. Just trust. Know that you have a choice. You're always a choice. You have the power. Trust your angels. Trust your guides. They are right there with you. They've got your back. And any little worries that come up are completely irrelevant. Don't pay attention to them. Okay, so if you've seen my readings before, you know that I like to end with some healing cards. I've used these before. They're Zibu healing cards, Zibu and angelic symbols. So they emanate this beautiful healing energy. So when I flip them over, these two energies are the healings that you are calling forth right now, the energy that's serving you. So if you want to pause the video and just gaze at them, feel them, trace the symbols, that's fine. And I usually get some meaning from it as well. Soul reintegration. I return to center to see my life purpose and live authentically without compromise. Perfect. Yeah. To see my life purpose and live authentically without compromise. That's perfect. Reciprocity. I thrive in a beautiful balance of giving and receiving. Beautiful. This is about that inward and outward flow. You give, and I get that you're very good at giving, but now it's learning to balance that with receiving. Or maybe it's the other way. Maybe you're really good at receiving, or you think you're good at receiving, but you're not able to give. Or maybe you feel guilty for not giving, and that actually blocks it. So don't feel guilty. Just open yourself up, allow things to flow naturally, and it'll come. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. That was pile number 3. I would love to hear what you got from it. Just so comment down below, how does this apply to you? What did you get from it? What's your story? So as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Okay, you guys, this is pile number 4. So if this is the pile you chose, this reading is for you. This crystal is called rose quartz. This is the sweetest, most beautiful, loving energy. It's compassion, it's self-love, it's healing, it's romance, it's all of these things, and it's just the sweetest stone. And I really love this stone. So if you chose this pile, this probably has significance for you and for this reading. Okay, so first thing I get is that you guys are you've got something really good in your life, but you're really doubting it. You're wondering, is this real? Is this really what I think it is? And the answer is yes, it is. Yeah, bring it. You guys, you've got something really good going on. And I'm feeling like it actually might be a person. Like this, you're wondering, is this my life partner? Is this the person I'm supposed to be with? I hesitate to say this unequivocally, but the feeling I'm getting is yes. Empathy. Speak less and listen more. So what I'm getting from this is, with this person, pay attention to, don't pay attention to these preconceived ideas of who you think they are, of your judgments and your worries and what other people have said. Really, really put aside all of that and just pay attention to them. Look beyond what's obvious and don't make any assumptions. You are safe and protected at all times. Yeah, so these guys are not gonna hurt you. And whatever the outcome of this, you're gonna be safe. You're gonna be okay. So it's safe to, because I feel like you guys might be afraid to look, and you might be afraid to really see what's there, because you're afraid of the answer you'll get. But you guys it's gonna be okay. And you might see some things that I kind of feel like you guys are afraid that you'll see something scary or something that will mean that this person is not good for you. Interesting. Okay, so another thing that this is doing is your fear of losing this person or your fear of losing the relationship is causing you to not set good boundaries. And it's causing you to give up more of yourself than you really should because you don't want to lose them or because you want to make sure that they like you. But the truth is a healthy relationship always has good boundaries. And a lack of boundaries is actually toxic in a lot of ways. Your home is protected by angels. So you guys have a lot of fear. Like, I wonder if, I kind of get the feeling like you may have had someone leave you in a past experience, in a past relationship, even a parent maybe. And so you're really carrying that fear with you. You're really, like, spirit is over here like, yeah, go for it. You guys are good. But you guys are just doubting it so hardcore. The situation is already resolved. Okay, and so with this relationship, even if, because I get that it might be that this is the relationship that will either, it's interesting because at the beginning I felt that yes, this is the person, but now I'm kind of feeling like for some of you it might be that this person will lead you to your partner. But in any case, actually I would love some clarification on that. That's interesting. Okay, so until you guys can see this clearly, until you guys can let go of this fear, and until you can let go of this story that you've been telling yourself, because you guys have this you're very practiced at this. Your story is that, I'm a victim, people always leave me, no one will love me. Like, you've got it down. And until you change that, you're just gonna keep creating old patterns. And so you've got this incredible potential for something really, really good, but you're blocking it. You're making it really hard for that to manifest, because if you're carrying the energy of victim and something's wrong and nothing ever happens right, then how can something that is contrary to that happen to you? And so it's actually a lot easier than it seems. It's breaking a habit. It's just making a conscious choice to change that energy. Yeah, focus upon divine and perfect health. So I'm going to read you this. God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. Ask for support. You don't try to do it alone. Ask for your angels and your guides and your friends and your family to assist you in changing your thought process, to assist you to focus on the positive, on the people that do stick around, on the love and support that is surrounding you, on how powerful you are. Just change your inner dialogue. Ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. Perfect. So that's exactly what I'm talking about here as well. Ask your guides and angels to support you in this. Ask them to reach into now this may sound weird, but ask them to reach into your mind and change your thoughts. they can do that. They can do that. Just allow them to. Spend more time outdoors. So this is saying distance yourself from toxic relationships. So the people around you that you are bonding to through these dysfunctional patterns, it's time to step away from them and spend less time with them. So this can be a really, really, okay, wow. So this is where this comes back again. This could lead to marriage. Whatever this is for you guys, this could lead to marriage. This is getting in your way. These old belief systems, these old stories. Yeah. And so it's going to take a concentrated effort for you guys. And something that I'm getting that your guides are wanting me to say is ask them to lead you to the tools you need to change your life. And I've done it, and it works incredibly well. It works immediately. Within days or even hours, I will start getting tools and people to assist me and books and all of these different things that assist me to change my life. You've got a ton of support. So don't think that you're alone, because you're not. This can seem like a scary change, but it really, really is. It's just a change. If you change your perspective, it's just step left. Just step out of your current space and just step into a new one. It seems like it should be really hard, but it's just your mind. It's just your, that ego part of yourself, that spiritual ego that's saying that it should be hard, but it's not. So you've got a beautiful life ahead of you. Really, really beautiful, very fulfilling. You guys you really have a lot to look forward to. This old story that you're telling yourself, that's the key. Change that and you change your life. Okay? So if you watch my videos, you know that I like to end with healing cards. These cards, I've used them before. They're the Zibu Angelic Symbols deck, and I'll link them below in the description box. If you want to pause the video to gaze at the symbols and receive that healing energy, go for it. But these two cards are the healing energies that you deserve right now, that your angels want to give you right now. Thrive. I celebrate life in the present moment with an awareness of all the blessings around me. That's perfect. Yeah. See how abundant you already are. See how supported you are. Gain evidence. Write down, start a journal of evidence that I am supported. Like, that could be so powerful for you. And like, evidence that I'm supported, evidence that I am loved, evidence. Write it down, collect it, look at it when you're feeling doubtful. That could be so amazing. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'll just read this. Okay. The uses for this deck are limitless. Work with the deck as you feel, guided, or consider these options. Select a card for daily inspiration or use in meditation. Place a card on your altar and set an intention around the message. Trace a symbol with your fingertip and connect with the energy on a cellular level. Hold a card to your chest and breathe in the energies of that symbol. Draw a symbol in the air as you gently pull that energy into your heart. Hold a card above your head and envision the energy of the symbol gently floating down through your body. Select a card and position it on the body to direct energy to a specific location or use with Reiki energy work. Place a card under your pillow to allow the positive energy to gently support you as you sleep. What's hilarious about this is I'm actually getting that what this means is that you have infinite possibilities for how to make this happen, for how to make this change. So it's all about intention. It's all about intention. It's all about writing it down, saying it, just declaring it, deciding it. Just make that your new reality. Okay. This is so perfect. I wonder, I don't think there's an intention card in the deck, so I wonder if that's why that came up. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I always love hearing your feedback, so go ahead and comment down below what you got out of this, how this applies to you, to your story. So I'd love to hear that. Thank you again. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.